Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about some issues that have been happening online on Twitter. Specifically, we're talking about Taehyung. The thing that is going on Twitter is the hashtag #BigHitProtectTaehyung. This was something that was trending on there and is definitely a very important issue. We also have some new deets on the comeback maybe. Some that might be true. We're just speculating and trying to figure this out. But I can catch you up on what has been talked about and what has been going on. So we will get into that and let's sip some tea. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be the first to leave your hate comment, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now the first thing I want to talk about is of course the trending hashtag on Twitter, #BigHitProtectTaehyung. I'm slightly late to this as this happened like a day ago, but a lot of people are still using the hashtag and still contributing to it and talking about it, so I thought I would jump on here and talk about it. I definitely also wanted to make sure I got all the information correct, or at least got the general idea of what everyone is talking about in the hashtag. I was definitely confused when I saw this happen, and I'm sure some of you guys were confused as well. Basically, from what I gather, a lot of antis were kind of coming together and they were acting up on Taehyung, okay? Armies were getting ready to stab someone. They were basically mass reporting Taehyung fan base's accounts, downgrading Taehyung's achievements. Like, of course, we know about his song Sweet Night, and the song did get #1 on iTunes, so a lot of the antis were attacking the fact that it was #1 on iTunes, saying that a #1 on iTunes doesn't mean anything, and it's all fake, and we'll get more into that. And then, of course, the fan accounts that were being reported were actually ended up being taken down. So that, of course, is a problem because they didn't do anything wrong. Now, I don't know where the evidence comes in or what accounts were being attacked or who was doing the attacking, because no particular usernames came up, I don't think. I don't know if it's a really large group of people doing this or like a small minority that just happens to be very loud. I just want to know if it's like a large amount of people or just a loud minority. Like if it's just like a really loud 1,000 people, you know? Sweet Night is literally one of Taehyung's best songs. I would imagine every time he puts out a song, it's going to be better than his last one. And I'm sure he is so proud of that song. Why belittle his achievement like that? And then say a #1 on iTunes doesn't matter or anything like that? Can you get a #1 on iTunes? If you simply don't like the song and you have to leave a hate comment or you'll die, just hit their notification bell and then you'll be the first to be notified to leave a hate comment. But then leave your hate comment and then go. You can say the song isn't good. That is your opinion. However, saying they faked a #1 on iTunes, that is not an opinion. You're saying that as a fact, and that's not good. There was also this DJ that apparently praised Taehyung's new song, talked about how beautiful it was, all that stuff, and he started getting massive hate. This does make me feel like it probably is a large amount of people that are doing this, or it could just be a small amount that just happens to make like 50 million fake accounts, because we all know a lot of haters pretty much have no life. I was reading this from a post that was in the hashtag, and the post didn't specify which Korean DJ this was, so I couldn't go in and check out kind of the hate accounts and all that stuff. But I would love to kind of go into the comments and actually see what type of people were sending these hate comments. I personally would have paid no mind to these people, because when you receive hate for that, you know that it's dumb, that it's not even worth your time if you're getting hate for praising someone. Praising a good person, mind you. The DJ did come out and apparently had a lot to say about this. He said that a lot of people were emailing him saying that a #1 on iTunes doesn't mean anything, which if you honestly believe that, you have no idea how the entertainment industry works. iTunes will always be the #1 indicator of success in the music industry, and it has been for a very long time. All these American singers, they judge their success on a #1 on iTunes. This includes Beyonce, so if you want to fight with Beyonce, well then. And if iTunes doesn't mean anything to you, then what does mean something? Because I believe iTunes is international too. They might not necessarily use it in Korean measurements on the chart, but it is very important otherwise. Anyone with any Apple product is probably familiar with iTunes, whereas other apps like Spotify or even like the Korean chart rankings are not seen as international. Most people don't know what that is, or a lot of people don't know what that is. So when you read claims like that, this is why you simply ignore or block those people. I don't think the DJ should have given it any thought or paid any mind to this. Now, of course, armies are being mad that Taehyung is being attacked, but also mad that it makes the fandom look crazy, right? Like anyone from the outside looking into this, let's say who isn't an army, just reading what the Korean DJ said, they're not gonna want to join the fandom. Now, while there's a lot of crazy armies out there, there are so many more sweet and kind people within the army community who take BTS's words of being kind and they do that, and those are the ones you don't usually hear about because they're quiet. The trending hashtag was basically talking about asking Big Hit to do something about this. I honestly don't know if Big Hit can can do anything about this. Like, let's say there's a lot of people, like more than I can imagine, which I probably believe is not true. How do you expect Big Hit to sue thousands of people? They're gonna sue a few to kind of set an example, but they can't sue them all, and there are gonna be people who just aren't scared of that. It's not possible. Also, it would waste so much of Big Hit's money if they were to just constantly be going after people. Like, we're talking about millions upon millions of legal fees. BTS is basically just going to be working just so they can pay off their legal fees. It's not smart. I don't think it's possible. I see this all the time with armies trending and saying Big Hit needs to do this or Big Hit needs to do that, or buying a van and putting it in front of Big Hit's headquarters. It's not possible, I don't think. At the end of the day, the people who are sending this hate, they're not mentally okay. And I don't mean this in a joking way. I seriously mean that. Big Hit has even mentioned that some of these people, with the things that they have said, should check themselves into a police station. This is more of an issue with fans of K-pop than it is a BTS or Big Hit issue. A lot of them need to go to therapy instead of sitting online hating on people. If you're one of these people that sends hate like this, get help. Please, this is not okay. This is not normal. This is not how humans should be. I am saying this as another person who is genuinely concerned about the world, the condition it's in, and the people in it. Because this is not how people should behave to another person. Because these celebrities you are attacking are other people. This is not okay behavior. I might get a ton of hate for saying this, but this is honestly how I feel. I wanted to see what some people on the Tweetster were saying. One person wrote, V is just being himself. He worked so hard and that's why he deserves the achievements that he's got. Don't be insecure. If you want to be successful someday, then you must work hard too. Kindly retweet and spread this message. Hashtag Big Hit Protect Taehyung. I totally agree. He works so hard from this and he clearly does not deserve any of the hate. Anyone who puts that much love into the world deserves to get that love back. Period. I hope Taehyung is doing okay and hopefully paying no mind to this. Honestly, he probably didn't even notice. I imagine the first time something like this happened, he was probably sad, but I believe at this point he's just like, oh, this again. I don't think he cares anymore at this point. As Taehyung has once tweeted and said, I am young and I want to live, so just let him live. So BTS is apparently working on their new album and new song. Something did leak out. Us armies have some theories about this. A possible new look and feel for BTS? Well, it might be an old look for a new album. Let me explain. So the HYYH era of BTS, which basically is a Korean kind of abbreviation for their Korean word, which translates to the most beautiful moment in life. Basically, Jimin has mentioned before that he misses his old orange hair, which was his hair during that era. But personally, not my favorite hair color of his. I love his pink and silver colored hair. But you know what? He pulls off orange. It's not ugly. BTS recently did a GQ Japan magazine interview. Maybe, I'm not quite sure. But the editors of GQ Japan actually posted about BTS on his Instagram. It was basically a post, kind of like a flyer, saying when BTS will appear on GQ Japan's magazine cover. First off, that's amazing. I don't know if they've been on GQ before or if this is like their first time, but this is a huge deal in my opinion. I love GQ. I used to read them all the time. They used to be like my fashion inspo. I would love to see actually BTS on the cover of Men's Health magazine. I think Jin will be great for that. They usually like to pick men who are rule breakers. That is a joke. In the caption, when the editor had just put up the flyer, armies made sure to quickly get a screen grab of everything. They saw these emojis on here. Now to most people, these are just emojis. What's the big deal? To armies, when they saw this emoji, they realized this was supposed to be the boys. And when emojis are posted of the boys, it usually goes from RM being the first, and then it goes from oldest to youngest. Meaning, according to this order and according to this theory, Suga would have blonde hair and Jimin would have orange hair again. Now it could mean multiple things and not this thing that we're talking about here. It could be the fact that the editor just wants to see BTS with these colored hair. Or it could be the fact that they already shot the cover photo, and while referencing the cover photo of BTS, he then put down the emoji. This tells me that their album probably wouldn't be as dark as their last one if this is what they were going for, and this is in fact true. Definitely after everything that's going on in the world, I feel like everyone is feeling really sad and angry right now, and we could all use some laughter and some positive energy, so a new lighthearted album would be great. And you dumplings who have constantly been kind to me, you have not gone unnoticed. I see you and I love you. Interestingly enough, the editors did delete those emojis. This is of course suspicious because deleting it could confirm the fact that Jimin could have orange hair. Or it could mean that the editors realized there was so much speculation going on, they were just like, delete the emoji. Either way, us armies, super excited. I went on Twitter, the tweetosphere, and let's just say there's a lot of speculation over there. One person wrote, so this really means Jimin has orange hair, goodbye. Honestly, I personally feel like I haven't seen BTS in a long time with colored hair, so this is definitely very nice and something I look forward to. But anyway, let me know what you think about this and let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring in this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon. If you want to go over to my Patreon and kind of check that out, anything you can contribute over there really does help kind of give back to this channel and really help me kind of keep going and make better videos on here. So I really do appreciate if you can go ahead and check that out. You can also get exclusive content over there, such as music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, all that stuff. First link down in the description down below. There's also 2 videos that will appear at the screen at the end of the video, so make sure you click on one of those, and I will see you over there. Bye.